We're here at the Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park, and I just subscribed to Claw Machine Production, and you should too.
Let's go to Glenwood Caverns. Ride that all the way up the hill. See you there. Let's jump on. This thing's gonna be awesome. Gondola style. Awesome. We are on the wire. Let's go. Love myself a good gondola lift. Almost there, heading up this mountain. So pretty here, guys. Literally, all the trees. Awesome. I see myself a roller coaster. Love myself a good mountain coaster. All these, they're so fun. I rode Cannibal at Lagoon yesterday, and this is looking just as awesome, if not better. Let's go find out. 2 seconds off the lift, and this is where we end up. Love that. Let's go explore. That smile, how could you resist? And then Defiance? Yeah, let's go. Alright, that was pretty cool. It was like a little bit shaky, but it wasn't like insanely rough. And it was just a good ride in general. I mean, the scenery on the side of the cliff, guys, super cool. And just a fun ride in general. So we're gonna go cruise a bit more. I think we're gonna hit up the mountain coaster. As soon as I find it, you'll see it. Alpine coaster time, let's go.
First, be sure to read all our signs and warnings. You are responsible to read it.
Just like Taylor said, guys, read the signs. That was a fun mountain coaster. Like, the whole thing just goes all the way down, and it's one lift that brings you all the way back. So, kind of just go take it as it is. You know, just put the pedal down to the metal and charge. That's what you do on those. So much fun. Yeah, kitty credit time. This thing's cool for a Zier family coaster. It's definitely like the shortest of the Ziers that I've been on for sure. It's super fun. That was awesome. Literally like the shortest Zier I've ever been on. The train was little, the ride was little. It was like, I don't know. I love myself a Zier as it is. And I was just thinking, like, trying to think the last one I rode. Honestly, I think it was at Paramagico in Mexico City. It was the last Zier that I rode. So that one was kind of cool. And this one is super cool too. But there's some more stuff to do here, so we're gonna go find everything. I'll show you guys when we get there. Iron Mountain Trail time. Let's go to the Cliffhanger. Beware of the man-eating chicken, guys. Let's go and see what's inside. It's watching you. It's watching you. Another smiling face welcoming us on the mountain again. Love that. This park totally reminded me of what Ghost Town in the Sky definitely probably was that I never got to go to. It's pretty cool here though. It's beautiful too, guys. Just to let you guys be reminded of where we are. It's so pretty here. Found myself the last roller coaster. Let's go ride. Cliffhanger is the best ride in the park here, by far. Like, you get one of the coolest views. You get to look down into like where the road goes through here, like into the canyon where there's a river and stuff, and like it was fun. Just an old EF Miler coaster, and you can't go wrong with stuff like that. It's definitely like always one of my favorites. Love doing it. I was getting like hurricane vibes at Fun Spot Kissimmee right there, by far. It's like I said, best ride in the park. So we're gonna cruise and just go do something else. He's hiding in there, reading the paper. This park's full of random stuff like that. I love it. Whose tracks, guys? Those right there are bobcat tracks. Look at this insanely beautiful flower I found, guys. It's so real and so metal. So tempting, so tempting.
If you'd pull my wagon for me, that would be mighty neighborly of you.
Of course it would, right? Caver's Corner, let's go. The Fairy Cave, let's go. The door to the cave. Into the cave we go. Love that. It's so quiet in here right now. I love it. Can't ever go wrong with a cave tour. Ever. Here's our wonderful guide, Zach. He's totally going to take us on the adventure.
Caves, right? A couple 100,000 years ago, Colorado would have been covered in a very shallow ocean. Things live and die in that ocean. Their bones, seashells, all that calcium-rich stuff sinks to the ocean floor and gets crushed under the weight of all of the water into a rock called limestone over a very long period of time. The limestone is what most of the world's caves are made out of, including this one. The limestone is eroded away very slowly by a weak acid called carbonic acid. Now, raise your hand if you've had anything carbonated to drink today. I promise this is related. Raise your hand if you've had anything carbonated to drink literally ever in your life. So any bubbly drink, like soda. Congratulations, if you've ever drank anything carbonated, you have drank carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is basically club soda. So believe it or not, that's what erodes away this space underground. And you can imagine, considering you can drink it, that it takes a very long time to get a space this big. So, yeah, to make a really long story short, acid eats holes in the rock. They get bigger and bigger over time, and that's how you get caves. As for the more historical context of how we got here, this cave was discovered in 1895 by a lawyer from Glenwood Springs named Mr. Charles Darrow. Charles Darrow bought 101 acres of property on this mountain, hoping to get into prospecting. He didn't really do his research before he bought the place, because he very quickly found out that there's no gold or silver up here. So, excuse me, he's wandering around the property, questioning his life decisions, out of luck and out of money, when he hears a weird whistling sound, and he follows it to a hole in the ground that was blowing air out of it, causing that sound. And the hole was only about the size of his fist to start out, but he grabs a pickaxe and he picks away at it until he can fit inside. And he wanders through the cave, and he was standing right about where we are right now, and he realized that he kind of struck gold in a completely different way. When he found the caves, he kind of realized he could make money off of this after all, and he ran the original fairy cave tours from 1895 to 1917. So we are not the first group of people to do cave tours in this mountain, and I think that's pretty cool. Do you guys know how to play the game telephone? So I'll tell you something, you tell the person behind you, tell the person behind you, and so on and so forth. We're going to be walking under some tree roots here in a second that I want all of you guys to get to see, but I'm not going to be able to point it out to all of you, so I need you guys to help point it out as we pass it by. So we're going to head up through this.
Tree roots, so cool. Love that.
Pay attention to the right side of the hall, or they might be more concentrated on the left side, I think. You'll see those wooden pegs, and you're going to notice a lot of them are burnt. Yeah, they used to catch fire pretty often. The lights themselves were wired with raw copper, safely insulated inside of a damp cave with paper, running a DC current. Yeah, Mr. Darrow's stores are pretty shocking, to say the least. They didn't have much else to do in the late 1800s other than go get electrocuted inside a cave on a Tuesday afternoon. Anyways, we're going to start to make our way forward, but I need a volunteer to be...
Our volunteer.
In a second, You're gonna open the doors.
So cool in here.
If you see a grate with a big scary hole underneath, you're gonna walk over it. Scary cave by a 12-year-old.
That is so
Don't worry, he
cool.
has been thoroughly
So
fed.
pretty. He said this was the first cave to ever have lights in it, back in the 1800s. That's so cool. The guys just keep going. We found our way outside. No way.
Yo.
Talk about a view, guys. Oh my stars. Talk about a view down here. It's beautiful.
Great group picture spot.
You have two noses.
Back to the cave. Back to the cave. And I thought this looked weird over here. How it was all like flat. He was saying that his kids like literally built this in like 3 years, like of the owner. Like they blew this out and made it all kind of crazy like that. Kids playing with dynamite.
Room is called the pendant room. After these swirly knobby formations all over the walls over there, those are eroded away by the wind, and they're called pendants. And that one kind of looks like a rhino. What's happening here is the black light is hitting impurities embedded within the calcite that the formations are made out of. The black light hits the impurities, and the electrons within the atoms of the impurities start building up lots of energy, jumping up into their next orbitals, and they release the excess energy they build up in the form of a different color of light, hence the green. The second half of this reaction is called phosphorescence. Phosphorescence is the process of the electrons settling back down and losing all that energy, but it takes them a couple extra seconds to expel it all, which means, you might not be able to catch this bit on camera, sorry for those recording, it actually glows. Wow. See that? Okay, I'm gonna put my little lantern back real quick. If I could set that. All right, wait. I could do a rope. I could do a dry piece of spaghetti.
Can you do a wet piece of spaghetti?
Yes, I can. I could do the doctor's signature. I can do the horizon from Denver. This one's crazy. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I can do 2 more things. A lowercase L. And last but not least, I can do an uppercase I. Thank you.
Where did you learn all of that?
We have left the room to another one.
Feeling? Stalagmites, which you might trip over, and one is stalactite and stalagmite, stalagmite in the middle. You know what we call them? A column. Column, get it? Because that's what we call them. Anyways, whenever you guys are ready, head up the rest of those stairs.
Wandering out of the cave. You can't ever go wrong with a cave tour. It's so fun, like so educational, and so nice and cool in there. And I come out here and it's like kind of warm. I want to go back in the cave. So that means we're gonna go to the other cave because there's another cave tour here too. So let's go check that one out. Birds of prey. Cave tour is that way. I love this tree. How like old and dead it is. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. You guys watch this channel long enough, you know I'll show you trees. King's Row. Let's go. Door to the cave. Let's go. Into a huge room.
Down there about the
Huge room.
That's a little pokey one, very fragile, and it's caused from the magnesium inhibits the calcite from growing.
beautiful. Looks like a spiny urchin.
Thank you. You're my hero.
Yeah.
This is a tour for you guys.
For the day. Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. We started talking about eating for some reason.
This is our friend Oscar right here. He's a bit of a shower, more or less a grower. So they grow at a rate about cubic inch per 1,000 years. That's like really, really slow. This guy's due in Colorado. We don't get too much water up here on the mountains, basically a desert. So if you're down in Florida or something like that, they grow at a rate about 100 years per cubic inch. So just based off of that, we estimate he's about like 80 to 70,000 years old. So yeah, we've been waiting a long time for this to be here. Right, then we have the Cheeto Puff. Never guess why I got the name. Yeah, it's a Cheeto Puff. So yeah, these guys right here are stalagmites, right? And you can tell the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite by the way it is. Go down. That's where I was talking about. So you can kind of see if you get a little lower here.
How many cave pieces do you have now?
What?
How many cave pieces do you have now? Yeah, maybe. So
Wow, it is dark.
So we got about another 3.5 miles of cave that goes on past that point. So you guys in the front could probably see down there. There's like an orange rope and then it like opens up to darkness. That's that paradise passageway I was talking about before. So the huge crystal formations all throughout. Yeah. Sweet. And then since we're here, do a little show and tell. Do a little imaginations here. So do you guys see the big Donkey Kong face way in the back? Like right there? Yeah. Due to an effect called fluorescence, this rock, this calcite, a lot of that organic minerals remain trapped in the rock as it forms. So due to that, it retained its phosphorescent properties. So anything going back in green, that's fluorescence. Phosphorescence is when you draw on the walls, and it will continue glowing for just a moment.
Whoa.
Yeah, you guys see it over there? Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Here, let's step right there.
Oh.
Yeah, so like, you see it kind of glowing still? Right, the whole cave does that, it's really cool. And a little heart. Right here. Yeah, okay, so, for a second, it's really cool. Alright, so, close them right now. Okay. And 3, 2, 1, open.
Whoa.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, ready? I need all those knots, sir. 3, 2, 1, open.
Ooh.
Thank you. You're the best. Okay. Sweet.
The best part of the cave tour, going back up the stairs.
Got pulse on there.
That was super fun. That one had some really big rooms in it. It wasn't as crammed as the other one, but it was still a good time in there. I mean, I love myself a cave tour, and it got overcast when I got outside, so it feels like the same as in the cave. It's kind of cool. The Crystal Tower, a drop tower, dropping you into a cave. Let's go. That sounds like fun. Crystals, crystals, crystals. That is a really cool drop tower, because it drops you into the cave and there's a bunch of crystals in there, and it's just all super cold, and it's just kind of cool dropping into a cave. I mean, I want to say maybe 150 feet. It's nothing really crazy, but the drop was fast, and when you get to the bottom, it was just really pretty. That's a super cool drop tower. Definitely up there with the coolest ones I've ever ridden. Ooh, I found the TNT box. Let's play with it.
Fire in the hole!
Awesome, I made it smell like Halloween. Back up to the top. Made it up to their observation deck. The view here is incredible, guys. ride back down. Stoked on that. Well, the gondola ride back down. That means at the end of our day here at Glenwood Caverns. It was super fun and a very cool park. You know, they have a lot of random cool things to do here. I mean, the drop tower into the cave tours, the awesome roller coasters they have here. And it was just a very fun, very unique time here. I mean, if you're in this part of Colorado, definitely come check it out because it's breathtakingly beautiful here and just such a cool park. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe here on YouTube, as you never know what other random parks that might film for you. Laters. And we made it down. Laters.